Okay, just setting up some stuff. All right, welcome. Just setting up some stuff. Welcome, everybody. My name is Lynette. I am an abacus teacher, and I am happy to share some abacus knowledge with you. So what we're going to do first is understand what is an abacus. Well, an abacus is a counting tool. We can talk about it all day, but it's best to show you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my teacher's abacus. Here is my teacher's abacus, and this teacher's abacus, it helps us try to read the abacus, right? So what's going to happen is it's a counting tool. This is a counting tool, and it helps us count. So here's my ones indicator. This is going to be my ones indicator. We're going to go here. So this is my ones indicator, and when you see the horizontal bar, this is what's being counted. So anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, this is being counted. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we have 4, it's touching the horizontal bar. So now we look, this is 5. The top bead will always be 5, right? So after the top bead is always 5. Well, what happens after 5? Well, we have 6. But if you notice, if this is 1 and we add the 5, now we have 6. So here we have 2. We know what 2 looks like, but when we add the 5, now we have 7. And then we have 3. When we add the 5, now we have 8. And then this is 4. And we add the 5, now we have 9. So this is a little bit about the abacus, and this is my teacher's abacus. After 9 is 10. How do I know that this is 10? This is 10 because now we have place values. We have our ones and we have our tens. Because we have our ones and our tens, now we can actually have a place value. And if I decide to move my ones indicator over here, I have 100. So abacus mimics the way we write. This is a teacher's abacus, so then we can see, all the children in the classroom can see. But what we're going to do is we're going to switch to our student's abacus. So here's a student's abacus. Here's a comparison on how small the student's abacus is. So let me switch to that, and we are going to continue to count. There we go. So let's continue to count. And again, just to show you how it works on the student's abacus, we're going to take a look. And this is a worksheet. If you're looking for this worksheet, it's available in my bio. It's available in my bio. If not, send me a comment and I'll send you the link. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to look at the big brain notes. These are some of the notes that I have in my workbooks to explain what the abacus, how we read the abacus. So the first thing we're going to do is understand how to read the abacus. As we read the abacus, then we'll go into adding, subtracting, but what it means to have abacus relating to new math and the Common Core. So the first thing we're going to do is understand that this is 0. Because this is 0, notice that there's no bead touching this horizontal bar. This whole abacus is now 0. So what's going to happen is we have 1. When we do 1, notice we have 1, it's the 1 bead touching, just as I did with the teacher's abacus. So now what we're doing is we're looking at it in the student's abacus. So this is 2. Now we know this is 2 because we have 2 beads, 2 bottom beads touching this horizontal bar. And then we have 3. 3 looks like this. 1, 2, 3. When we move the beads, we want to move the beads all together like that. So we have 0, and then we have 3. Now we have 0, and then 4. 4 is all the beads touching the horizontal bar. So none of these columns have beads counted. However, this one has 4 because it's touching the horizontal bar. And then we have 5. Okay, so 5 is always going to be the top bead no matter what, just as we did in the teacher's abacus. So the top bead will always be 5, and then we have 6. Because we have 6, remember, if this was 1 and then we add the 5, now we have 6. When I clear my abacus and I have 7, remember I have 2 here and then I add the 5, now I have 7. This is also introducing a little bit about adding and adding on the abacus. Because what are we doing? Well, when we see the 3, I'm adding the 3 to my abacus, and then I'm going to add the 5. When I add the 5, now I have an answer. It's 8. And then I have 4. But when I add the 5, now we have 9. Now, why are we here? Well, we are over here on this side of the abacus because I'm trying to find my place values. We have place values, and I don't know what happened to it. Um, hmm. Oh, I think I put it here. Did I put it here? My place values, my little holders. Uh-oh. Well, this is a little awkward. Huh, that's so interesting. I usually put it right here. What we're doing is we're trying to find, I'm trying to find my cards. I always have my cards with me too. Okay, well, it is what it is. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's so odd. Huh, okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do 10. That was so strange. I can't find it. I have to make new ones. Okay. So what's after 9? This is 9, and then after 10 is this. So this is 10. Now, how do I know? This is my ones place because I have my ones indicator. Oh, thank you, Audrey. Thank you for showing up. Good morning. So this is my ones, this is my tens, my hundreds, my thousands, my 10,000. So what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. And it doesn't matter which one you use. You could use this dot indicator, which is the ones indicator, or you could use this one. If I choose this one, then you'll notice that I don't only have the ones and the tens, and I don't have any more beads. I don't have any more columns for the hundreds. However, if I started here, then I have my ones, tens, hundred, thousands, and 10,000. I am baffled where my stuff is. But now, if you see each label, each indicator has a group separator. So every group is labeled. So this is my ones, this is my thousands, and then if I had a bigger one, here is a 13 column abacus. Good morning, Alyssa. Good morning. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm just doing a little bit of review. So if you notice that we have our, if I started here, this is my ones, my thousands, my millions, my billions, and then my trillions. And so it works exactly the same as the brown abacus. And then don't worry about the colors because the colors are all the same. Yeah. So the colors, don't worry too much about the colors as long as the beads all work the same. So when we do it, right, we have 1 and then that's 1. This is 2, this is 2. This is 3, 3, 4, 4. And then this is 5. Notice how they all work the same. So what we're going to do is now we're going to start going into the Common Core, information. I know we did the first part, which was how do we count by 100s? Oh, I can't do that. So what we're doing is we're counting by hundreds. We know how to do that on the abacus, right? And I think we did that. So I should mark it next time. So we have our ones, our tens, our thousands, our hundreds, our 10,000. And then if we want to count it by 100, we just go this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we can go by tens. If we have 10, we have 20, 30, 40, and then 50. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100. So knowing how to count on the abacus is easy. The reason why is because this, right, looks like this. However, it's just different. It's just a different place value. So we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, and it'd be easy to count by hundreds. We do 100, 200, 300, 400, and then 500, and 600, 700, 800, 900. So we can count forward at any given number. It is interesting to be able to count any given number. The first thing we understand is notice that when we count to 6, 7, 8, 9, it already introduces the concept of counting on other than 1. So what we can do here is 5, 6, right? Or we do this one, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's interesting because the kids will be able to see that this is 9 because we start from 5. So we know how to count forward at any number. If the child, if your student, if your child gets 22, all they need to do is just add the 1, and now they're counting 23. They add another 1 and they'll be 24. So it's interesting to see how visual it is when we start counting. So let's say we had 75. They know when we add the 1, now I have 76. They just need to read the numbers and they'll understand how to count on. This is 77, and then this is 78. So that is interesting. And then we can write the numbers, which is fine. That's just writing the numbers. And the abacus mimics the way the numbers write. So when we look at it, we have 0. So this is what 0 looks like. And then we do 1. This is what 1 is. After 1 is 2. After 2 is 3. After 3 is 4. So what we do is the way abacus mimics the way we write. So after 4 we have 5 and then 6. 7, well, we have 7 and then we have 8 and then we have 9 and then 10. So that's interesting. With 0 representing the counts no beads. Yeah. So 0 representing a count of no objects. This is what 0 is. And it's interesting because abacus always starts at 0. So that's not a difficult thing. So then we can tell the relationship between the quantities, count the objects and the number names, and understand the last number that's being told in the objects counted. The number of objects is the same regardless of the arrangement of the order in which they are counted. Alyssa, do you have any questions? Or what we can do is we can go straight into two-step equations. Did you get my email? So here it says count how many and as many as 20 things. That's easy because that's what we do. And then we do counting. So we do a lot of comparison. So after comparison, identify whether the number of objects in one group is greater than the other. Okay, so we can do that. And then we compare the two numbers representing the numerals. That's fine too. So this is interesting. Here, represent addition and subtraction with objects. So we do that already, right? And mental images, drawings, sounds, acting situations, verbal and explanations. Solve addition and subtraction problems, word problems, and add and subtract within the 10. So when we do that, that's why I added, when we did the 5, I just printed the abacus framework. Oh, okay, fantastic. Oh, so what we were talking about is the abacus framework is, did I print it out? I didn't print it out. I don't think I printed it out. I did. Maybe here. Yeah. Nope. I'm so disorganized this morning. I don't know what happened. I guess I should have. Oh, here it is. That's what I'm looking for. Um. So what we're looking for is the little sheet. I had it. Ah, here it is. So, Alyssa, you have the update. Excuse me. You have the updated version. Hello, Lucy. This is for, you know what, you can sign up for my class, and it is available. I am going to put it on my website, and it will be available on my website. Or you can just take a look at what I have. So just so you know, Alyssa, you have the updated version. Yeah, you know what? Hello, Alyssa. I'm sorry, hello, Lucy. I can get it. I haven't put it on my website yet, but I will have it on my website. Alyssa, you do have the updated version. This is an old version. And so what it is you have 7 plus 4. And then the reason why I did plus 4 is because I wanted to really hone in on what we're trying to do. So the big question is do we have enough beats? So I think the question was 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4. So if I have 7 plus 4 is the question. 7 plus 4. Now the reason why I did it this way was because I wanted to go through the steps of adding the 5. And the question is there enough beats to add the 5? So I have 7 and I want to add the 4. When I want to add the 4, do I have enough beats to add the 5? And I should add that. I should add this video to the framework. But then the question is yes, do I have enough beats? No, I don't have enough beats. So what do? Is I go down and I have to figure out my next one is, do I have enough beats to add the 5? No, I don't have enough beats. Why? Because I'm utilizing the 5. So what's going to happen is I keep going and I say, do I have enough beats to add the 10? And then, yes, I do. So because we're adding the 4, what we need to do is we need to plus the 10 and then take away the 6. And my final answer is 11. Oh, you know what I also realized is when we start talking about the plus the 10, some people were getting a little bit confused with the plus 10. But notice when we add 10, the 0 is a placeholder. A 0 is a placeholder. So that means when we do 10, this is what it would be. It'd be a 0 is one placeholder, and then this would be our 1. So when we're adding, we can just say add the 1. But because we have a 0 as our placeholder, we want to say 10. I don't know if that made sense, but I thought that was really interesting on how to like word it better. Okay, Lucy, do you have any questions? So this is about the abacus framework, and again, we have this is the addition one, and it's the same way when we do the subtraction. Subtraction is the same way, and I believe I did the same numbers. I think it was 17 minus 4. So when I do it, again, it's 17 and I take away the 4. Do I have enough beats to take away the 4? No, I don't. So what's going to happen is I have my two questions. Either I go into yes or I go to no. But because I don't have enough, my next question is do I have enough beats to add the 5? Yes or no? No, I don't have enough beats. So then the next one would be, do I have enough beats to take away the 10? Yes. So when I'm going to do this, I'm going to minus the 4 is minus the 10 plus the 6. Oh, minus the 10 plus the 6. I should change this number. I should change this number because we have enough beads. 7. If this is 17, I'm sorry, if this is 17, 17 minus 4, right? Do we have enough beads to minus the 4? Yes, we do. We want to minus the 5 and then plus the 1. So my final answer is 13. Can you do 7 plus 5? You did this two different ways? Yes, I will. So, okay, so the question is 7 plus 7. And we'll go through the framework because I think it helps when we do the framework. So, we have 7. And again, what abacus does is we do not memorize doubles. We don't memorize doubles because doubles is only one way. So what's going to happen is what we're going to do is we're going to understand that when we add the 7, we will utilize our numbers that we do. We will utilize our numbers how to make a 10. So this is what the school is teaching children. They're teaching the children how to plus a 10, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to make a 10. When we do it, want to use this one. So I have 7, and then I want to add another 7. When I add another 7, do I have enough? No. What do I do? Well, I know I need to plus the 7 is, I know this framework. So I'm going to do is I'm going to plus the 7. I know when I plus the 7, I need to plus the 3 is equal to 10. To make it real, I need to make it by itself. So I'm just going through the whole process. To make it by itself, I need to make 7 by itself. I'm going to plus the 10 minus the 3. That's what I'm going to do, because what I did was I took the 3 and I moved it to the other side. So it's like algebra. We have a little bit of algebra. So I'm going to rewrite the question, right? I'm going to rewrite the question over here. So my formula that we're going to do is plus the 7 is equal to plus the 10 minus 3. When I do it, I'm going to plus the 10. Thank you, Audrey, for the hearts. So I'm going to plus the 10. So what I do, remember, plus the 10 is 0, 1. So I'm going to add the 1 here. So I add my 1. And now my question is minus the 3. I cannot minus the 3. Do I have enough beads? So then I go back to to this framework. The question is do I have enough beads? Because I want to minus the 3. No, I don't. I cannot minus the 3, so I got to go down. Now the question is, can I use the minus 5? Yes, I can. So now the question is, the formula that I'm going to be using is minus the 5 is plus the 2. So I'm going to add minus the 5, and I'm going to add the 2. So my final answer is 14. Does that make sense? So when we do this, we just want to make sure now we have this. This is our two-step equation, because now we have to go through every number, every step. When we go through every number and every step, we always need to, this is why abacus promotes critical thinking, because before you take that step you need to ask why, can we do it? So that's why we do this. Minus the 3 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 2. So let me do a little review again. So the question is, do I have enough to add the 7? Yes, I do. So I'm going to add the 7. Now, do I have enough to plus the 7 again? No, I don't. This is where we get the critical thinking, right? What way can I do it? I can plus the 10 minus the 3. Can I plus the 1? Can I plus the 1? Yes, I can. So this is like the constant checklist that we need to have in our head when we look at every number. Can I plus the 3? No, I can't. How do I do it? I need to plus the 5 minus the 2. So minus the 5 and plus the 2. So my final answer is 14. So I think the difference is in school, we're just taught to memorize. But in abacus, we got to go through one step at a time. It's a little tedious, but it's an investment, because when you start seeing the numbers, like I don't need to, when I do this and I need to minus the 3, I know I'm going to do this. So it's one thing to understand, just to do that. But it's another thing to just look at it and be like, oh, I need to add the 3. That's what I'm going to do. And so it comes with time when you see the beads that needs to be moved. So I don't have to go through this in my head all the time because I know it, right? And so when you get to the point when you utilize the formulas enough, you're going to see that when I need to add the 4, I have a 4 and I add another 4, I know I'm going to do this. I don't need, it becomes automatic. And then I just go back and I just read the numbers. Right. Lucy, do you have any questions other than the framework? I'll have to email it to you. You're gonna have to send me. I'll send me a send me a message or a call. I don't know how it's gonna work. Yeah, I see. You can add the 7 again. Then you plus the. I'm sorry. I should do this. I see. You can add the 7 again, and then you have to plus the 10 and ask. Exactly. Exactly. Every step has to be asked. Um. So, Lucy, please email me or comment, message me, and I'll send you the link for the framework. Yeah, so that makes sense. And I'm checking. Okay, so and that's the thing. So let's go. Let's do another two-step, and that was when we were doing the 49, right? I think we did 49 plus 3. Because why? Oh no, that's perfect. Fantastic. Okay, let's do that. Let's do 247 plus 5. And it's the same thing. The questions are always the same. Do I have enough to add 247? Yes, 247. So my next question is do I have enough to add the 5? No, I don't. So what do? I have to plus the 5 is equal to plus the 10 minus 5. This is where commutative property happens. Why? Because let's say I want to minus the 5 first and then plus the 10. We can do that too. So why are we going to do that? When we look at the 5, we want to, I think I like this one better. When we look at the 5, right, we want to minus the 5 plus the 10. So let's minus the 5 first, right? And then we're going to plus the 10. Remember, we're going to add the 1 because it's a 0 and a 1. 0, 1. 0 is my placeholder and 1 is over here. I'm going to add the 1 here, but cannot add the 1. So now I'm going to, is there enough beats to add the 1? Oh, wrong one. Is there enough beats to add the 1? I can use it, right? If there's enough beats, no, there isn't. So what do? I have to go to use the plus 5, not the minus 5. So I'm going to plus the 5. Plus the 5 minus the 4. So my final answer is 252. So what did I just do? I minus the 5 and then I added the 1. When I added the 1, did you make that white paper on the abacus? I did. I haven't made it into a template yet. I will add that into a template. So what I like it because I like it how it expands, and I was trying to figure out how to fold it. So I was going to try to make it into a paper template, so you can print it out. But yeah, and I think it's kind of nice because then you can like just focus on the 2 columns. You only need to focus on 2 columns, which is funny. Yes, I was going to make it into a template. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So then you can download it. So it's just easy for you. So what we did is we added the 1 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 4. That is what we did. So we had those questions. Yes. Yes, please do. Yes, for sure. I was just trying to figure out where to put the thing. And I do like it. But I think it's going to be made yeah, you're going to be able to print it out. So, but we're back to here. If we're back to here, where is the, here it is. All right. So let's do the other one. The other one is the same way. Now, when we look at it, we go back to here. This is more complicated. Is it more complicated? No, it's not more complicated. It's just, bigger numbers. Oh, so what is my answer? So if I did 247, right? 247. So then I minus the 10, minus the 5, plus the 10, plus the 5, minus the 4. And so my answer is 252. 252. That's a good question. So then my question here is, all right, I have 886 plus 6. So now the question is, if I can do that, right? 886. So what's going to happen is, do I have enough? I don't have enough. What do? I know I need to plus the 6 is equal to plus the 10 minus 4. And again, we can do it this way. Why? Because when we want to add the 6, all we have to do is plus the 10 minus 4. So plus the 10, 0, 1, plus the 10. I'm going to add the 1, and now I'm going to plus the 4. I'm sorry, minus the 4. I'm going to minus the 4. How do I know? Because The question is, is there enough beads to minus the 4? No. Then what do? I use my 5 bead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minus the 4 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 1. So it's minus the 5 and then add the 1. So my final answer is 880, 892. 892. So what we did was this was second our second one, which is minus the 4 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 1. Let's take it one step further, right? Let's do 896. Let's do one step further. And you'll see the power of understanding your formulas. So when we look at it, we do 896 plus 6. It's a little bit more difficult. Why? Because now we got to really look at it. We have 896. Then what do? We're going to add our 6. When we add our 6, we need to. Hello, Lucy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how you found me. Is it just through YouTube? So what we're going to do is what are we going to do? The question is we want to add the 6. Do we have enough? No, we do not have enough. We don't have enough. So what do? We got to go here. We don't have a 5 bead. So what do? We go plus the 10, right? Plus the 10 is what? Plus 6 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 4. Plus the 10 minus 4. Let me rewrite it. So I'm going to plus the 6 is equal to plus the 10 minus 4. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. I started going live pretty regularly on YouTube, and I don't know where people are coming from. But yeah, you know what, Lucy, if you can, DM me or go to my website. Go to my website and you can get this for free. And it's a chart on how to read the abacus, if that helps. This is available, but I haven't put the formula up yet. Um, and so you can get this, and I believe I put it in my bio. If not, it's in my website. Or you know what? DM me or comment. You know what? I'll send you a comment and I'll tell you where to get this. You can get this one, and so it just explains how to read the abacus. Okay, so we're back to here. Now, why is this interesting? This is interesting because what are we going to do first? Let's do minus the 4 plus the 10. We'll do that first, right? So what we're going to do, why? Because because it's a lot. Yeah, not a problem. I have a lot of freebies. I don't think I added it all up, but I was trying to I'm so sorry. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. I do appreciate you joining and commenting. But please let me know if you have any questions. And we can talk about it. We can talk about anything that's arithmetic, anything with the abacus, and how it relates to it. And if you have a 10 bead abacus, we can do modifications. So we're going back to here, minus the 4. When I minus the 4, is there enough? No, there isn't enough. So can I use the 5? So I'm going to use the 5. Minus the 4 is minus the 5 plus the 1. Now remember, I have to plus the 10. So 10 is the 0 and 1. 0 and 1. 1 goes here. Now what happens? I want to add the 1. I cannot add the 1. What do? Do we remember how to add the 1? This is where our 10 formula comes into play, right? To add the 1, we know we have to plus the 1 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 9. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to minus the 9, and then I'm going to plus the 10. And I add the 10. So my final answer is 902. 902. Alyssa, did that make sense? I know it was a little bit much, but see how the power of understanding the formulas. Oh, if you're looking for books, Lucy, I have books. So they're all available on Amazon. I don't know if you have any children that are young or if you're a teacher, but I do have books, and these books are all about abacus, and they're very abacus focused. And every one of them is done, not done, but like they're very focused, and the questions are very specific. So I do have these books if you're interested. I do have an online class as well, and that's where, yeah. I do have online books. I do have an online class that I take every student, and it's a monthly. But I do have, and I also do provide uh, office hours, which is this. Yes and no. So when the 10, you're working with the tens and the hundreds place. You know what? When I'm working with the 10, I'm only working with the next column over. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So when we had it, right? Can you do the problem again? The first step. Yeah. So the first thing, right? We have 9, 8, 9, 6. When we look at the 6, we're looking here, right? When we're doing it, I want to minus the 4. We know how to do that, right? We're going to minus the 4 first. Remember how to minus the 4. Minus the 4 is, I should have left room. You know what? I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to rewrite it. Let me rewrite it. Okay. So I can do is plus the 6 is equal to minus the 4 plus the 10. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Alyssa. Yes. So I want to minus the 4. I need to minus the 5 plus the 1. So I'm going to minus the 5 and I plus the 1. Now we know 10, 0, 10, 0, 1, right? 0, 1. 0 is a placeholder. Now I'm at the 10. I want to add 10. I want to add the 1 here. Let me close it up. If I add the 1, what do I do? I cannot add the 1. You can't add it. Exactly. How can I add it? Now we go back to this framework. If I can't add the 1, right? No. Can I use the 5 bead? Can I take away the 5? I can, but I cannot add a 1 anymore, right? Because that's what I needed. I'm sorry, I cannot add a 4. I cannot add the 4. So because I cannot do that, what's my next one? How do I minus the 10? Yes, but I cannot add the 4. I can't add the 4. If I take away the 5, I cannot add the 4. So that's the difference. So then you go to the 10. Exactly. So what's going to happen is I go to minus the 10. Minus the 10 is equal to minus the 1 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 9. So now I'm going to plus the 9 minus the 10. I'm sorry, minus the 9 plus the 10. So I'm going to minus the 9 and then I plus the 10. Yes, that's the formula. So you're using the formula as you go. The formula is position agnostic. I don't know if that's even a word. Using the formula is position agnostic because we do not say 90 take away 100. What we say is 9 plus 10 minus the 9 plus the 10. We don't say minus the 90 because then it gets really confusing because we're only working with two columns at a time. That's it. We're only working with two columns at a time. We don't do any more than that. So abacus breaks it down into manageable chunks. Because it breaks it down to manageable chunks, we just keep doing it until we can't do it anymore or until it's done. Does that make sense? Oh, other books. Right. I'm sorry. Okay. So let's go back. So after we have the question was plus the question is 9, right? We know this. So now the question is here. Can we add the 10? So we understood that we cannot add the 10. But if you notice, what we're trying to do is we're trying to add the 1 onto this column. When we add the 1 to this column, we cannot do it. Why? Because we cannot add the 10. So we're back to here. We cannot add the 5. Can I add 1? No. Can I add the 5? No. What's the next one? I need to do the 10. So with the 10, I want to plus, plus the 10 minus the 9. Plus the 10 minus the 9. Well, I can minus the 9 and I can plus the 10, but I'm going to minus the 9 first. That's all I did. All I did was minus the 9 first. So what I was doing is I was switching the formulas. You can do 9 minus 9 plus 10 or plus 10 minus 9. This is the same way because they're both plus 1. Yes, I did use commutative property. And this is where it's very useful. So cuz I don't want to forget. So what I did is I minus the 9 and again, what is 10? 10 is a 0 and a 1. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. So that's the one thing. And because we are flexible, we are formula flexible, equation number flexible, we should be able to do this at any time. We should be able to flip it, right? And that's the thing. Some people get, yeah, and you're right. Some people do get caught up on that. I know I did. I know I did for the longest time. But then when I found this terminology, it made a lot of sense. So my brother and I, we would talk about it and we're like, well, it's got to be this way. And like, huh. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. It can be both ways because it will still give you the same result, right? Because we're still adding the 1. So I'm going to minus the 9 and then I need to plus the 10. So that's why I'm going to minus the 9 and I plus the 10. mm. You know what? I'm going to change it up a little bit. Can I do this one? Is it okay if I do this one? 4, 9, 3. Can I do that one? Or do you want me to go to do the 5? Okay, let's do that. How do I know? Because you're going to see that there's a lot to it, right? Plus the 3. So now we're going to add the 7. We know how to add the 7. When we add the 7, it's plus the 7 is equal to plus the 10 minus 3. Is there enough to minus the 3? Yes. So I'm going to use my cumulative property, right? Is minus the 3 plus the 10. So I'm going to look at this. Can I take away the 3? Yes, I can take away the 3. So after I take away the 3, I'm going to plus the 10. Remember, 10 is a 1 and a 0, right? 0 is my placeholder. This is my 1. 1, 0. I want to add the 1 here. So I'm going to focus here. But I can't add the 10, right? Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to plus the 10. So remember, 1, 0, right? 1, 0, 1. Can I add the 1? No, I cannot add the 1. Yes. No, thank you. So I want to add the 1. How do I do it? Minus the 9 plus the 10. Minus the 9 minus the 9 and then plus the 10. Remember, 1, 0. 1, 0, 1. Can I add the 1 here? No, I can't. What do I do? I know plus 1 is also plus the 5 minus 4. So I'm going to plus the 5 minus the 4. My final answer is 500. Did that make sense? Lucy, do you have any other questions? Do you know how to read the abacus? I guess is the question. Oh, yeah, right? So that's what I'm saying. You go a little slow, take it a little bit slow and don't go one step at a time. It's a little bit, right? But or you can memorize. But the idea is not to memorize. The idea is to critically think what we're trying to do because it promotes algebra. I can read it a bit. Okay, good. Okay, good. So you know how to use the abacus, Lucy. That's great. Do you? Yeah. Is this? Yeah. No, I'm just trying to figure out like people who come on. Some people are like, this is too much, but this is also understanding formulas first, right? So there's a bunch of things in school. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but in the beginning, there's a few things that we teach children, and we're teaching children how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. Now the abacus makes it, excuse me, the abacus actually levels up this concept because in here they only stop at making the 10. Can you do the maze for reading the abacus as an exercise? Yes, yes. So wait, reading the maze, yeah. So I haven't I have it here where this is my maze and this is what Alyssa was talking about. Did you want to do what 2 digits or did you want to do 3 digit? I also have 4 digit. I'm working on 4 digit and then I'm working on 5 digit with the decimal. Which one would you like to do? And we could do it together. Uh, what does Lucy want to do? It's up to you. Yeah, I don't know. Lucy, do you have a preference? We could do 3 digit or we could do 2 digit. Ah, you guys are so cool. Yeah. So this is a maze, and what the maze is what we do is we read the abacus. And so here is to help understand. I want to do 3 digit. Okay, great. So we're going to do the 3 digit, and again, it's a maze, and what it is we start from here, and then after that we will end from here. But as we go through, the idea is to figure out what this number is. So if I have this number, and okay. Yeah, you know what? I want to respect everybody's time. And so this will be the last thing. But if you have any other questions, and Lucy, let me know. Send me a I'll send you the link through the comments. And so if I look at here, this is the number. Um, there we go. So what number is that? If I color it in, the reason why I have it hollow is so then you can color it in. So you can keep track. Because sometimes people likes to see it and some people like to color it in. And that's the reason why. So what number do we think this is? And if possible, I would recommend finding the abacus and mimic the abacus on that is situated. Woo! Thank you, Alyssa. Yes, 800, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 800, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 800. And then this is 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, if you, this is what I was trying to find. So when we look at it, we have our place values ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So what we're going to do is we're going to color in the path and find our next number. So this would be the next number. And I try to make it interactive so then people can do something while they learn how to read the abacus. So we have that, this, and then that. Whoa, that didn't work. Yep. So what number is that? Oh, Alyssa. Let's see. 357. 5, 6, 7. 357. Yes. So 357 goes down like this. And now we're here. We have this, that, and this. Lucy, you okay? Do you understand how to read it? Let me know if you have any questions. Whew. Well done. I'm okay. Okay. Are you sure? Okay. As long as you can read the abacus. So it'll be 800, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 5, 6, and then 2. So we have 862. 862. And then we have this one. And then we do that, that, and then that. So if I color it in, yep, okay. Can you show the reverse maze? Ah, you know what? Okay, yeah. I can show you the reverse maze. Let me print it out. Okay, hold please. Let me go print it out, and so you can see what it looks like. Mm, yeah, I kind of like the reverse maze. Let me see if I have paper. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Um, here, maze pages. Oh no, gotta go. Okay, hold please. I'm almost ready. Okay, so here. Okay, let me print it out, and then I can show you. Current page, print, and then it's yeah. So I just gotta get it printed out. Okay, it's printing right now. So yeah, that's what this maze is. And I made this mask the maze, and this is also part of the book. Oh, sorry, didn't finish yet. Okay, so and then there's answers to everything. I think that's what takes the longest is to create my answers. So here is the reverse maze. The idea is you start from here, right? You start from here. Let me go back. You start from here, and then you have to go to the next to this path. So then this path for you, working through this, you need to color in the number. So I would do 6. So that's 6, and then 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I go here to the next path, and then because this is my path I'm going to go, I need to do 74. So I would color in 70, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here, I'm over here now, right? So now what I'm doing is this is what I think is a reverse maze. So then when I do 42, I do 40 and then 2. And then I'm up here and then 61, 61, because that's the number. So I add the 6 1 there. Does that make sense? And then here, right, it goes to here, and then my answer is 85. I have to color in 80 and then 5. Is this the Chinese abacus? No, 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 no. No, because I put the 2 beads so you can color it in. Because sometimes, like this, right? Ah, I guess I guess I didn't need the top beads. But when I did it, I was like, huh, yeah. I guess I don't need the top beads. It would just be like this. Because I was like thinking like how to do it. And so that makes sense. I should do that. I should redo that. I have to go now. I really enjoyed studying with you and Alyssa. Thank you for the lesson. I wish you both the best. Oh, Johnny. Okay, good. Thank you, Lucy. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah. Yeah. I think I didn't think about like to make it just this because this is what, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. No, it's not a Chinese abacus. It was meant to be just the soroban. So I guess what I need to do is update it so it's only just the top, the middle beads. Nope, that makes sense. And then only color in the number that's being counted. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa, for the update. I will have to update it now. Yep. But yeah, that's my reverse maze. Yeah, sorry for the confusion. I should update it though. You're absolutely right. All right. So it is 10 o'clock. If you have, is there any other questions that you have, Alyssa, before I sign off? I want to respect your time. Hmm, that's a good one. I will have to update it. Okay. Okay. So if there's no other questions, I am going to sign off. Thank you for all your help. I love your online class. Oh, thank you. I do not have any more questions. Yes, I'm still in the process of making. I'm almost done with the -5 book, and then I'll be working on the -10 book. But I do. I. But I'm working on it actively. So yes, thank you. I do appreciate you coming in, and I do appreciate you asking all the questions, and asking all these questions, because it really does. It does really help me um, make me think a little bit. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, me too. Um, yeah, and let me know if you wanted any of the printouts for because you're part of my class. Let me know if you want any of the printouts for any of the books. I didn't add it to the thing. I didn't add it to the class, but let me know if you have any if you want any of the printouts. Yeah. Okay. So I'll see you in the next time. Bye, Alyssa. End stream.